Hello. Welcome to the live. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Seawin. I see you guys. And yes, I did get your payment like a few minutes before even getting on, which is totally cool. That's totally fine. I mean, if you guys already know, like the whole PayPal, Venmo thing and all that kind of stuff, and you know your question, always feel free to go ahead and submit that stuff before I even get on, because that'll like put you kind of in a sense in the front of the line, basically, in order to get your reading in. So, Rachel, you are number one on the list. And I know MJ also ordered something on PayPal as well. So, MJ is number two, and whoever else will be coming in after that. So, let me just double check, make sure you are the only two up as of right now. So, yes, Rachel and MJ. Okay, Rachel, I'm going to get started right away onto you. How are you guys doing, though? Have you guys been having a good week? Do you guys have a good week? My week has had its fair share of ups and downs, mainly revolving around my mother lately. Yesterday was rough. It was terrible for me because she was, it had nothing to do with me. She was flipping out over like her taxes and stuff, but she was kind of taking it out on me. I was like her emotional punching bag, which was not fun, but she's been better today, so that's a good thing. Hi, MJ. I see you. So, all right, let's see what's going on with Rachel, though. Let's do our little love energy check for Rachel. See what she needs to know. See what's going on. Alrighty. And I felt inspired to wear my my Tree of Life necklace today because I went over to Bridget's live actually on Wednesday night, and we both have like this is like the same necklace. Like we have the same necklace, but hers isn't the Tree of Life on it. Hers is the Hamza hand. And yeah, I think that's really funny. Like we both practically have the same necklace. And I think we both got them for Christmas or whatever, because I know I got mine from my uncle. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, let's see what we need to know here for Rachel. See what the deal is here. First card out. Ooh, good stuff. We got the Lovers right off the bat here. So it seems like we got some sunshiny, good vibes happening immediately. So yeah, I would say that this is just like a good little reminder that you and your person are in a divinely guided, divinely connected type of situation. Because, it's like we have you and him, and then we have the big unicorn in the sky, which I always basically envision as God, basically, being there for you guys, supporting you guys, guiding and leading the two of you. It's like a trifecta, the Holy Trinity in a sense, like Father, Son, Holy Spirit kind of a thing. So it's definitely like the best possible third party situation you could ever have, because it's not you, your person, and another person, but you, your person, and God. So, that pretty much rocks. So super good start. That's for sure. But let's see what else we got going on for you, Rachel. Oh, that one wanted to flip out right away. We also got the King of Cups. So it seems like your dude is also in King of Cups mode. And the King of Cups is someone who definitely has a lot of love. Cups are all about that emotions and love and support and encouragement and all that kind of stuff. So he definitely feels that, his cup is probably bubbling up and overflowing when it comes to love. But the only drawback about that King of Cups is, he usually holds it back. So while he may feel that, he may not be great at expressing it, which is the one thing that sucks. But, he definitely still loves you. He definitely still cares about you, which makes sense because we got the Lovers first. So still definitely a positive vibe, a positive energy afoot, which is good. Good stuff going on. But let's see what else we need to know between you and your dude. Let's see here. We also have the Star. So I feel like this is basically how he looks at you. He looks at you as the star. So, you're just kind of like this sparkling, radiant, beautiful, amazing thing to him. Maybe in a sense, almost kind of untouchable at times, because, when you look up in the sky and you see the stars and they're so far away, they kind of feel untouchable. Or even if you think about like stars, like celebrities, in a sense, they kind of feel untouchable. So there may be times where you feel untouchable to him, where he kind of puts you up on a pedestal, which could be another reason why he gets into that King of Cups mode and he kind of holds back on you. Even though he loves you, he probably holds back because at the same time he's intimidated. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but simply because he sees you as like this radiant, gorgeous, amazing thing that might be, he might feel like you're a little bit out of his league in a sense. So, and, guys aren't going to admit that. They're not going to admit that they think that you're out of their league, but that doesn't mean they don't feel that way. Let's see what else is going on. We have the Hierophant, which is all about beliefs, values, traditions, that kind of thing. So he may be examining his own beliefs and his own values surrounding the situation, or you could be too, for that matter. The both of you could be kind of examining your own beliefs surrounding this connection right now, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Let's see what else we have here. Hi, Karen. How does your DM feel about us now? Did you submit a payment, just out of curiosity? Because I am doing only paid readings, just so you guys know. And I know most of you who come here regularly obviously already know that, but the rules for that are in the description. So I know I don't have super chats, so PayPal and Venmo, all that information is down below. But yes, definitely good vibes there for Rachel coming through. That's for sure. Like I said, Karen, my PayPal and Venmo information, it's in the description, as well as your options as to what you can choose for how you want your question answered. A tall is Oracle cards only. A Grande is tarot cards only, and a Venti is a combination of both, and they're all $10 or under depending on what you choose. So, but yeah, all the information should be there in the description. But let's see what else we have here for Rachel. We have the World. Ooh, that's pretty cool. So the World is, it's kind of like, once again, I feel like I'm kind of picking up on that star energy in a sense here. It's like he looks at you as the star, and then he also sees you as his world in a sense, like you have it all. Like you just have it all going on in a sense for him. So yeah, it's like you are the world. It's like he finds strength from you. And yeah, like these are all like super good, super positive cards that are coming out for you right now. I'm just going to adjust my chair a little bit. So, all right, cool. Thank you, Karen. I think I heard Venmo go off too at some point. So, oh, there goes off Venmo again. So I have 2 on Venmo and I think 2 at least in PayPal, but I am taking them in order. So right now I'm on Rachel. Then it'll be MJ, and then I'll jump into whatever's happening in Venmo because I haven't even looked at that yet. And I think something else just happened on PayPal, but I'll look at that later. One step at a time. We also have the 4 of Swords. So the 4 of Swords is kind of about like taking a break. It's about a time of rest, basically. So, we have this unicorn here that's, relaxing on this mat. And, we have the three swords up here, but the fourth sword is laying in the forefront of the picture, which basically is saying, like, this unicorn has laid its sword down to rest pretty much. It's just resting its sword, laying it down to rest. It's not interested in, picking up and going out there and fighting or anything like that. So I feel like when it comes down to both of you, in a sense, neither of you feel like fighting. Neither of you feel like getting into conflict or anything like that. Like, you're both kind of just in this peaceful place, like this peaceful place of rest, kind of almost like surrender, which totally makes sense because you've been getting like nothing but awesome cards here coming out. So, I mean, that only makes sense that things are kind of peaceful right now. But let's see what else we have here. Then I'll get you some oracle cards. But pretty good stuff coming through here for you, Rachel. And we have judgment. So I feel like, if anything, the judgment call may need to come because, judgment is usually about needing to kind of like make a decision, make a final judgment call on something. Maybe the judgment call has something to do with these values and beliefs, because if you're both kind of examining your values and beliefs around each other, around this relationship, around this connection, if you've been examining those, it may be time to make a final judgment call connected to that. Like the way you're thinking about the situation, the way you're believing, dealing with the situation may be affecting certain things where a final judgment call basically needs to be made. But I mean, I feel like overall it's kind of like easy peasy, go with the flow for you right now. But let me get some oracle cards here too, to kind of see how that matches up with what we've already got. Move that out of the way. Alrighty. Let's get some journey of love here with our little love check-in. And I feel like on Monday, I feel like the one that I did for you on Monday, I feel like that one was pretty positive too, like overall. So I feel like you're in a pretty good space. Hi, KB. Okay, cool. So KB's got one on PayPal too. So I think KB, you're probably last in line as of right now. Because I know I got like a couple Venmo things that went off before yours came in. So I'm trying to keep track. But either way, I'm going to get to everybody like I always do. We have I can hear you, telepathic, which doesn't surprise me. I mean, this is a strong connection. There's a divine connection here. So if you feel like sometimes you're kind of going crazy or whatever, like maybe you wind up thinking a thought that you normally wouldn't think, or you feel something that you normally wouldn't feel, you're not going crazy. That's probably him, that you're actually like experiencing his thoughts and his emotions, kind of a thing, not necessarily your own. That could even be what the beliefs and values are kind of tied around. Like maybe you're kind of, feeling what he's feeling, hearing what he's thinking, kind of a thing. It's kind of making you feel a little crazy or whatever, even though it may be, all very good, well and good things. But it may make you feel like what's going on here? Like, what's happening? So yeah, I feel like there's almost like a little judgment call when it comes to that. Like, hey, like, don't worry. You're not going nuts here. You're not losing your mind. Everything's fine. Let's see what else we have here coming through. We also have, I can't find the right words, speechless, which makes sense because we also had that King of Cups come out. So, he does have love, he does have emotion, and he does have things that he wants to say, but he's not saying it because he can't find the right words to say it. Obviously, it's kind of like, you're so high up in that star energy to him that you get him all tongue-tied. So he just doesn't know how to say it. And if he does say anything, it may not always necessarily come out right. So then I feel like the way he probably tries to make up for it is, he'll try to tell you about it telepathically, but then you'll get all freaked out and confused, like in your own thoughts and your own beliefs, like, what's going on here? Like, what is happening to me right now? But, rest assured, you're fine. You're okay. That's kind of on him because he may not necessarily be expressing what he needs to, just like outright. But the love is definitely there, but he's not expressing it. Not fully yet. Can't find the right words. I can't wait to dance with you into eternity, union. So union, this definitely doesn't surprise me in terms of the union card because, this technically isn't like the union card out of this deck, but it says union on it, which is still pretty amazing. And that doesn't necessarily surprise me because you've had a lot of positive energy going on here. So there is definitely a dude who is feeling some good stuff towards you. That's for sure. Let's see what else we got here. We got, I feel you inside me and it drives me insane, magnetism. So this is definitely a magnetic connection, which doesn't surprise me because you guys, right off the get-go, you got the lovers, which is, all about that divine connection pretty much, that divinely guided relationship. And, with you having that and then magnetism here, of course, a connection like that is magnetic. And with it saying that, he can feel you inside of him and it drives him insane, I feel like that kind of goes back onto the whole telepathic thing. So it's just like you may hear and feel certain things from him, he's feeling and hearing certain things from you too. And just like it might be driving you a little bit nuts, it's driving him a little bit nuts too. So it's like both of you may be kind of just like processing a lot of stuff from one another right now. And it might feel a little overwhelming and a little crazy, but it's a good thing. Like I said, I feel like that's kind of both of you examining your own thoughts and beliefs and that kind of stuff, because I feel like you guys have kind of entered this new season of like, in a sense, like it's not like just receiving downloads from spirit, but it's like you're receiving downloads from one another in a sense. So I feel like there's a lot of like telepathic stuff going on, but I feel like that's just going to wind up carrying over into like the physical. But either way, I would say this dude is definitely smitten based upon everything that's come out here. He's super smitten. So yeah, he is very, very, very into you. That is for sure. So hopefully that helps out and makes some sense for you, Rachel. And MJ, I believe you are next because you are number 2 on the list. And what is all this stuff on my phone? I gotta like rub it off. That was weird. Okay. All right, MJ. So current energy check on your connection, please. How is your DM feeling this week about the situation, about the connection? What is going on with him? Okay, so we're just going to do an overall energy check dealing with your DM. Sounds good. All right, fingers crossed for you, MJ. I know you've had a challenging time dealing with this dude, so hopefully we get some 411 here. They'll bring you a little bit of peace, a little bit of guidance, all that good stuff. Let's see what we get. All right, first card is the 7 of Swords, which is about conflict. not the best way I wanted to start this out, but knowing your situation, it doesn't exactly surprise me. So I feel like he is feeling a lot of conflict dealing with the situation between the two of you. I'm sure you feel it too. You know, it's not just him, but definitely there's a lot of conflict happening in the situation right now. Um, I feel like a lot of it just has to do with the situation that he has himself in, but you know, yet he obviously still has his feelings and stuff when it comes down to things with you. So there's a lot of conflict. I feel like there's a lot of conflict on your end too, just because it's like knowing what he's in and you feeling how you feel, it's like it tears your heart apart too at the same time. So I feel like there's kind of just like conflict all over the place from both ends coming in together. So unfortunately, there's conflict, but let's see what else we need to know. Let's see if we can get past some of that conflict. Cards are starting to want to jump out at me now. They're like, we have, wow, okay, well, this one's definitely a positive card. We have the Four of Wands. So I do believe he wants his union with you. He wants 1111. You know, he wants that. That's a very positive thing. But I do feel like there's a transition that's going to have to happen from conflict and chaos and everything that's happening right now to the Four of Wands. So I feel like there's a journey that's going to have to happen before getting to this point, but I do feel like that, you know, you guys are on the same page. You guys want the same things. Now we got one that just fell down. So I guess I should take that. It just fell down. Let me grab it. All right. We have the Sun. So the reason why he may be thinking about his union with you, about, you know, like positive things dealing with you, is I feel like he may have had certain things illuminated in his own life, in his own situations this past week, you know, as opposed to, you know, what it was like a week ago or something like that. I feel like he's he's been getting like some kind of truths delivered to him, whether it's been like his own personal little realizations and epiphanies and that kind of thing, or whether it's been like actual things kind of unfolding and maybe even unraveling in his situation. But regardless of how it's happening, regardless of how it's coming through, I do feel like truths are being exposed, truths are being revealed to him, because that's what the sun does. The sun shines its light down upon whatever needs to be revealed, whatever the truth is. So I do feel like he's been experiencing some truths, bottom line, delivered to him. And I feel like those truths are what's kind of put him in this mind frame of, hey, you know, maybe I'd kind of like that union with MJ. But you know, there's still the conflict to get through. But let's see what else is going on. So I don't know if you have felt a shift in your connection at all, like within the past week, but it seems like there's a shift there, because you know, if there wasn't, he wouldn't be having like truths realized and stuff like that. So it seems like something's going on, like something's going on where some truths have been revealed to him. So like with the fiance or whatever, if she is doing shady shit behind his back, he may be finding stuff out, which is a good thing. Like, obviously he doesn't want to be in a situation where somebody is lying to him and not being authentic and real with him. So let's see what else we get. We have justice. So 100% justice will be served in this situation. So once again, if she's been shady towards him, if she's been lying and doing weird things behind his back and everything, justice is going to be served. You know, the two of you getting to your Four of Wands, getting to your union, once again, is a form of justice. So I do feel like these things are on the way. You know, the progression of the events are already in place. Yes, something happened. I was hoping he was starting to feel different. He is. He 100% is. So it's definitely coming through. I don't think you're completely out of the woods yet because we did start off with conflict here. That's still happening. He's still in the thick of it. He's still in the midst of it, but there is stuff that's happening without a doubt. So that is for sure coming through. Like, I'm even pleasantly surprised because I know you've been struggling in your situation for a while now. And I'm like, please, let's have something better come through. Please, please, please. Like, I just want MJ to be happy. So I am happy that he's waking up. He's waking up to something here, which is great. And we have the Nine of Cups. So I feel like this is kind of like where he sees you and kind of where you're at right now, because, the Nine of Cups is just one cup away from the Ten of Cups, which is our ultimate fulfillment, our happily ever after, especially when it comes down to love. And I feel like you yourself, you are so incredibly full of love and full of self-love, and you're so giving to other people. And, you're kind of like your own personal little genie in a bottle where you are ready to like manifest and create your own dreams coming true, regardless of what's happening with him. I feel like you're already doing that in your own life. And I feel like that's something that he recognizes and he remembers in you. So that's like a really positive thing for sure. So he definitely is holding you up in a good light right now. So let me get one more from the tarot, and then I'll pull some oracle cards for you. But these are definitely pretty amazing. Pretty good turnaround. Hopefully this continues for him, that's for sure. So your prayers are working. Keep praying your ass off because it is working, that's for sure. And we have the Two of Swords. So I feel like this is kind of where he's at right now. The Two of Swords is about trying to make a decision. It's kind of being at a crossroads, two different thoughts, two different ideas. And I feel like that's kind of where he is, simply because, he has had a lot of things illuminated to him lately. He's still stuck in the thick of a lot of conflict. So like I said, he himself is not out of the woods yet. He's trying to figure it out. He's stuck between different choices right now, but he will get there. I think you just need to continue to keep praying for him. Keep doing the stuff that you've already been doing, and it is going to continue to get better. It is going to continue to improve. He'll get on the other side of this, but he's going to need your help. He's going to need your help in terms of you being a prayer warrior for him, because what was it? There's this phrase that I heard a super long time ago. Funny enough, I heard this phrase like around the time that my person started coming back into my life. And it was, if you can't get someone off of your mind, pray for them, because most likely you're the only person who cares enough to do so for them. That's probably the reason, why they're on your mind so much. So yeah, just continue to keep doing what you're doing, keep praying for him. But let me see where he's at emotionally right now with the Ocean of Emotion, because I feel like his emotions are going to be kind of insane right now. Because he is like, whoa, what's going on? I don't know how to think. I don't know how to feel. That may be what comes through. I don't know. But I do feel like he might be a little overloaded. Yes, for sure. You are not alone, MJ. And you are a definite prayer warrior. I've seen your posts, and not just in the group, like just from your personal Facebook page. And you always have so much like good, inspirational, spiritual stuff going on. So I know you're a strong, badass woman for God. So let's see what else we got here. We have Truth. Ooh, I know you can feel me, and you're inside my mind. You know the truth I've been trying to hide. Ooh, I feel like this, like I'm just like getting chills all of a sudden. I feel like the truth, it's going back to the sun coming out. He's learning the truth. I feel like this just backs up the fact that he's learning the truth about a lot of things right now. And in conjunction to that, like, he knows that you know the truth too. Like, he knows that you're one smart cookie. He knows that you know stuff. So, it's truth all the way around that's coming through right now. Let's see what else is happening with him emotionally. Ooh, boy. Craziness. Oh, this one totally just like did a grasshopper maneuver one to flip out. We have tired. I'm exhausted and drained mentally, emotionally, and physically. So, this is just another thing that he probably needs prayer for, actually. Especially if there are a lot of truths that are coming down on him that he doesn't necessarily know or understand, and he's trying to process everything. He's probably pretty exhausted. It's probably pretty overwhelming to him. So he definitely needs prayers for just like, strength and in order to get through it so he's not exhausted. So he's probably been running on empty because of all this stuff. But let's see what else we got going on with him. We have rage. All of the anger I hold back is burning me up from the inside. So I don't feel like he's angry at you, obviously, but I do feel like he is angry at the situation dealing with the fiance. Whatever it is she's been hiding, whatever truths that are coming out, like, it's pissing him off. He's upset about it. That's for sure. He is not happy with her. And, even when he does get to the point where he's ready to walk away from that situation and be done with it, he's going to have to heal this because, it wouldn't be healthy for him to hold on to his anger that he has over somebody else and then take that into a relationship with you elsewhere. He has to let go of that, because anyone who holds on to any kind of rage or anger, that can take root into our hearts, that can turn into bitterness and resentment. And then he could take that out on you, which wouldn't be good. So that is definitely something he's going to have to. Cards just want to come flipping out here, dude. Like, it's too many to take. But he's definitely going to need some prayer with that, because he is angry. He is angry and upset with her. That's for sure. As he probably should be with whatever it is she's been doing. Whatever kind of nonsense. And we have dark. I'm afraid you're not going to want me if you see the truth. So I feel like this is kind of his own shame coming through. That when he does like return to you and come back to you, I feel like he's going to feel ashamed. Like, he's going to just like feel bad about it. And he's going to be like, I was so stupid. Like, I don't even know why I did that. I don't even know why I was with her. I don't even know why I wasted so much time. So I feel like he's definitely going to feel some shame when it comes to that. And he may even be afraid that you may not necessarily accept him and that you just may be done with him because you're like, well, too bad, so sad. I'm over you, whatever. So he may have some fears surrounding that as well. Because he knows he's kind of been a douche. He knows that he could have, stepped up and been there and been better. So he's definitely going to have some healing to do. Even when this whole situation with her is over and done, he may need a little bit of time before he even enters a relationship with you, just because I feel like he's going to need some time to heal from this, because she is definitely taking him for a ride. Oh, and we got one more that just flipped out, and I think I'm going to end it on this one because this one's a good one. We have build. I would like to work together to have stability. So I do feel like at the end of the day, when he is done with this whole 3-ring circus, he does want to build a future with you. He does want to create a life with you, a life of stability, a life of love, a life of all kinds of good and wonderful things. Basically your 4 of Wands, 11-11 union here. So I feel like that is the ultimate goal. That is the ultimate desire. And you guys are on the way there. I feel like it's, there's still some of that journey that you guys still have to basically go down yet, because he's not completely out of the woods, but he's making progress. That's for sure. Making big progress to get there. All right. Let me see. I think now I go to Venmo because I know there's a couple on Venmo. And I know there's one other on PayPal, but I know the Venmos came in first. So I'm going to take care of the Venmo people next. Okay, Siwin. My DM reached out to me after I blocked him and said he missed me. I feel like they're not honest. I feel distant. I confessed my feelings for him. He keeps saying we're best friends and he doesn't want to lose me. What are his feelings between us? Oh, yeah, that's kind of a mind fuck, isn't it? Oh, man. Thank you so much, Heather. That was amazing. God bless. You're welcome. I'm so glad that was helpful, MJ, and I'm so glad that like the truth is raining down on him. So, I think it's going to be okay. Just keep doing your prayer warrior thing. It's going to be all good. All right, Siwin, let's see what his feelings are for you because that's definitely confusing. He wants to be best friends and he doesn't want to lose you. Okay. He's kind of back and forth. That is confusing, but they're always confusing. Okay. Let's see what your person's feelings are. Yeah, from falling out on Sunday to missing me by Tuesday. Is he on his man period? That's the only thing I can figure. Because you know what? I know like guys always complain about us and our hormones and our time of the month. But you know what? I think they have their own time of the month too. So maybe he's on his man period. That's okay. Depending on the dude, sometimes men need to take care of their man period by like burning off steam at the gym or hanging out with their bros or playing video games or whatever it is that they need to do. But clearly he needs to do something to take care of his man period. Oh, man. I don't know. That almost kind of sounds like Gemini behavior too, because Geminis can very much be like that, where they're very like hot and cold, like, I'm pissed off at you. I love you. It's like, what? Oh, we got two that just flipped out here. We'll take them both. Oh, this is interesting because these two actually kind of work really well together. So we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles that just wanted to flip out right off the bat. So the Eight of Pentacles is about like working really hard, putting in like the hard work of whatever it is that you're working towards in your life. And the Seven of Pentacles is you reap what you sow, basically. So it's like seeing the reward of your hard work. So that's why these two cards kind of go hand in hand together. And I feel like maybe that's what he's trying to do. It's like, he was all weird towards you on Sunday, and then he wants you back all of a sudden by Tuesday. So I feel like he's trying to like reap out like a beneficial connection with you, like a beneficial relationship with you. He's trying to work hard to make up what went wrong on Sunday. He's trying to make it right, and he's trying to reverse that and trying to correct that basically and get a better outcome between the two of you. So I feel like he does feel bad about how things were like over the weekend. So now it's like he's like, oh, oops, I probably shouldn't have done that. Like, I actually love you. I want to make it up to you. Yeah, it's total man period stuff. And sometimes that really is just what it is. Like sometimes they get moody and weird, just like we do. I mean, sometimes I get moody about things for absolutely no reason. And then it's like the next day I look at myself and I'm like, why was I so upset about that? Like, that was so dumb. Like, I'm fine now. Hey, Jenny. We're doing good in here. We're hanging out. How are you? Any more crazy songs? Those songs were definitely lit on fire earlier. I don't know if you caught the last one that I posted about on your post. That 98 Degrees song, that unreleased 98 Degrees song. You need to go listen to it because it's super dirty. It's not their usual stuff because it is an unreleased song, but it is super freaking dirty. Like they talk about doing it by the refrigerator. So go look at that song. It's kind of funny. Like I can't even listen to it without laughing, but I feel like that's also because like I know those boys. So like what? Anyway, let's see what else we got going on here for you, Siwen. Let's see what's happening with your PMS man. So we have the Three of Wands, which is about waiting for our ships to come in, basically. So I feel like this is kind of where you're at with him in a sense, where you're just kind of waiting to see like where he's at and what's going on with him, because you can't necessarily figure him out right now. Because that's what waiting for our ships is all about. It's like waiting for that blessing, that favor, that job promotion, that relationship, whatever it is that we're waiting for something to come in, for something to come through. And I feel like when it comes to your current situation with him, you're basically kind of waiting to, you're waiting out his mood swings in a sense. You're waiting out to see like, how is he going to be? What is he going to say? What is he going to do? What exactly is he doing? Where is he at? So I feel like that's kind of where you're at right now with that Three of Wands coming in. Yeah, you're going to enjoy that song, Jenny. You really will. Since we were talking about boy bands and stuff earlier. I was like 8 when New Kids was popular, so I was a little young for them. But in the late 90s, that was like my prime. All right, let's see what else we got, Siwen. We have Strength. So I do feel like, even though he pisses you off and he does weird shit that makes no sense sometimes, you guys do have a very strong connection. And, I almost kind of feel like it's so strong sometimes that like it freaks him out. And that's probably why he does the things that he does, where, he'll be like all pissed off and all moody towards you 1 minute, and then the next minute he's like, but you're my best friend and I don't want to lose you and I care about you, and that kind of thing. Like it kind of freaks him out at the same time because the connection is so strong. And at the same time, also because it's so strong, it's like it kind of makes him stubborn in a sense in how he's trying to handle it and how he's trying to figure it out. So if he's acting weird towards you with these ups and downs, it's only because he's kind of like weird within himself about it. So it's like he doesn't know how to process it. So it's coming out weird towards you, but it's not anything against you. It's not about you at all in a sense. It's about him not being able to handle his emotions. Like this kind of reminds me of, when I was much younger and everything. And, if like a boy would tease me at school or whatever, my mom would always tell me like, oh, boys, they're like, they're not as mature as girls, they're like a couple of years behind girls are, they don't mature as fast and everything, and that's how they express themselves when they like you. So it's it's no different. Not even when you're an adult, it's no different. They kind of stay that way. They kind of stay like they're on the playground still pulling your pigtails, and you're still playing that stupid game of girls chase boys and boys chase girls. And that game made no sense because it really never went anywhere. But that's kind of how life is in a sense. It is just one big fat game of so-and-so chasing so-and-so all the time. And we have the Nine of Cups. So he definitely sees you as somebody who, once again, like same kind of thing I was telling MJ, the Nine of Cups is somebody who is full of love and full of self-love, basically. You're like your own personal genie in a bottle. You can grant your own wishes coming true. You're just one cup away from that 10 of Cups, which is, ultimate fulfillment when it comes down to things emotionally and stuff. So I feel like he does look at you in a positive way. He has a weird way of showing it. So I feel like the best thing you might need to do is just kind of roll with the punches with him, give him some grace, kind of laugh at him for it. I mean, you know, mine is 7 years older than me, and he loves playing like video games and stuff. So, which is fine. I mean, I have nothing against that, but that's what they like to do. He's still kind of like a big kid. And I mean, I don't mind that. Like, I think it's actually cute and it's endearing. And I think it's great that he's, very young at heart. But when they're young at heart, they can also be kind of, whoa, like, I don't know what I'm doing here, kind of a thing. Oh, well, he when he told you that he needs you in his life, that he can't imagine you not in his life, he wasn't kidding when he said that. You got the Two of Cups. So you got that partnership there, that partnership of love. He definitely does feel that for you. So without a doubt, like, he wasn't kidding. He wasn't messing around when he said that. He may have a poor way of showing it sometimes, but he wasn't kidding when he said that. Let me get some ocean of emotion for you too, to kind of see where he's at and how he's feeling. Because I feel like he's just kind of being like this big emotional kid right now that can't express himself. I feel like we're on the playground right now. It's like we need to sit down with him and say, are you busy chasing Seawind? Do you like her? Yeah, I like her, but I'm never going to say it. Kind of a thing. So I don't know. You guys may have kind of like an inner child connection too, just because it is kind of like that youthful energy going on there. We have sad. I'm just miserable and tired of pretending I'm not. So he may be feeling sad about something. I don't feel like the thing he's feeling sad about is you necessarily, but he could be just dealing with some stuff in general. And when he is, that may be kind of when that man PMS kicks in, and then he doesn't handle things the best when it comes to you. Like, he should handle things better to you, and he should verbalize things better. And if he is feeling sad, if he is going through a hard time, he should just, be honest about it and say, hey, look, I'm going through X, Y, and Z. I could use a little bit of support and encouragement right now. And I know you would give that to him, but you can't give that to him if he's not verbalizing it and expressing it the right way. So that's kind of on him. But he may be dealing with a few things right now. And you may know what those things are, you may not. I mean, that depends on how much you guys share with one another. But he may be feeling a little sad right now. And my phone is going off with text messages, but I'll look at those later. And cha-ching! Focus. I know what I want, and I can't stop until I have it. So it seems like he does have some goals here, some ambitions of what he wants to achieve. And I do feel like that those do involve you, which is really funny because, once again, the first two cards that we had pop out here was the 7 and 8 of Pentacles, which is about working really hard and basically seeing what you're working hard at pay off. So I do feel like that is about you and that is connected to you. So he's focused on making sure that that works out, even though, once again, he has a really ass backwards way of going about it and doing it. So it comes out weird with you, but that is his focus. It seems like his communication skills kind of lack here. Funny how I said that to him. I know I said what I want. I just don't know. I just don't know what I'm feeling. Well, one step at a time, I guess. And I know you said that, you told him how you feel. And I feel like, he's trying to figure out where he's at too. I feel like he's trying to figure out exactly how he feels and how to address that towards you. But, you guys did get the 2 of Cups here. So I do feel like, this is a solid partnership. Just trying to figure it out. Hi, Elizabeth. You got a Grande. Okay, cool beans. I'll check it out in a bit. I got a couple people on Venmo that I'm working on right now. I think, I don't know. I'll have to look at the order later. At the order of people we're at. Oh gosh, we got this one flipping out again. We got rage come out again. So all the anger I hold back is burning me up from inside. So it definitely seems like he has some rage going on too. And I know this came out earlier for MJ. So this could be something in the air collectively that's happening, because this is the second time this card has come out in somebody's reading. So I feel like, once again, I don't feel like he's mad at you. I don't feel like he's angry at you, because, we also got the sadness card come out here. I just feel like he's kind of dealing with some of his own junk right now, which is why he's not verbalizing and expressing himself very well towards you as of the moment here, with the rage that's going on. So once again, I feel like that's kind of like the source of this man PMS is maybe his own insecurities, his own thoughts, his own problems. Yeah, well, you were pissed on Sunday. That could be residual from you coming out there too. But you know what? We usually mirror what we're feeling with our person. So if you were feeling pissed, chances are he was feeling pissed too. So, what goes around comes around, in a sense. Let's see. Let me get one more here for you. We have relaxed. I've found peace again. So I do feel like through these ups and downs and kind of ins and outs and, back and forth, and you don't know what's going on with your emotions or his emotions or anything, I do feel like peace is the end result. Getting into a place of relaxation is the end result. Like I said, you also have that Two of Cups here too with that partnership. So I do feel like you guys are going to settle into a relaxed place. But there's clearly some other things here that need to be a little cleared up here with the rage and the sadness. But I feel like finding peace is the ultimate goal here and that relaxation. So I do feel like you guys will get there. But yeah. It's definitely kind of a crazy roller coaster, isn't it? That's for sure. Kind of a crazy roller coaster, but hopefully things stay calm from here on out and he doesn't do anything to piss you off again for a little while. And also hopefully he'll communicate with you soon about the fact that, you told him how you felt. So hopefully maybe you guys can kind of work things out a little bit more beyond just, him saying, "Oh, I always want you in my life," kind of a thing. Like, that's great, but, you gave him your heart. So, you're obviously ready for a little bit more, and hopefully he's willing to take that step with you once he's done processing some of this stuff, because I feel like that's what he's doing right now. He's kind of processing things. I think it'll work out one step at a time. One thing that it always comes down to with these situations, it's always faith and patience, patience and faith and patience all the time. Like, if there were two words I would tell anybody when it comes to these dynamics, the only way you're going to get through it is through a lot of faith and through a lot of patience. And that's just the truth. That's really what it all comes down to. And those are like the hardest things to do, pretty much. Okay, so Karen, you are up next with your tall. So, what is your question? So I know what I'm pulling here, oracle card wise, because there's so many different oracle cards I could choose from. You didn't mention it in the Venmo message, so I just want to make sure I don't. Oh, there you are. Yeah, what is your question? So I know what cards to choose, because there's so many. There's Love Oracle, there's Soul Purpose, there's all kinds of stuff. Just a general check-in with how he feels. Okay, well, you know what? We can continue with some Ocean of Emotion then on that. It's your birthday week. Well, that's awesome. Happy birthday in advance. What day is your birthday on? That's super cool. Let's get some ocean of emotion here then, if we're going to check in on how he feels. Let's see how he's feeling right now. And then I think after you, let me refresh this for a minute really quick. Come on. Yes, there's Elizabeth. But I know a couple people came in on PayPal before you submitted your payment on Venmo, Elizabeth. So I will come back to my Venmo people. But I'm going to jump over back to PayPal after this one, because I don't remember who is next. Oh, so you already had it then, the 24th. Well, then happy belated birthday. It was just 2 days ago, so that's pretty cool. Happy belated. It's Pisces season too, so we got some Pisces in the house. All right, first card out, we have stress. I'm under so much pressure. So it seems like he's probably under some stress right now. It doesn't necessarily have to be tied to you. It could be dealing with work. It could be dealing with other things like family, friends, just whatever burdens may be kind of stressing him out on his mind. It could be money, could be all kinds of stuff, but he does seem to be a little weighed down, a little stressed out as of the moment, just with life, which is not uncommon. We've all been there. I think we're all like that from time to time. Just adulting in general can be stressful. Depth. I want to give you more of me and I want more of you. So even though he's in a stressful place right now, probably dealing with other things, he does want to go to a deeper place with you. He doesn't want to live in a shallow place. He doesn't want to be in a superficial place with you. So he definitely wants depth. I feel like, maybe the stress that he's going under right now is kind of inducing this desire in him to want to go deeper, because it's just like if you keep things only at like surface, shallow kind of level for so long, it's not very fulfilling. That's not going to nourish you. It's not going to give you fuel, basically. So I feel like he's looking for that kind of fuel between the two of you, and his stress, in a sense, may be helping him realize that. So he definitely does want to go to deeper places with you. Let's see what else we have. We also have innocent. I swear I didn't do it. So, look at this poor little black lab. I mean, you look at this picture, how could you possibly get mad? And I feel like it's no different when it comes to them, So if you have been frustrated with him about anything, like maybe if he hasn't exactly, said or done necessarily the right things dealing with you, try to come a little bit of slack, try to come a little bit of grace, because if he is saying or doing things or not saying and doing certain things you'd like him to do, or a certain way you'd like him to be, it's not that he's doing it on purpose. I feel like if he's said anything or done anything lately to hurt you or upset you, I feel like that's been coming from the places of stress, things that don't have anything to do with you. But it's like sometimes when we're just stressed out about things, we'll take it out on the people that matter to us the most. Prime example is my mom yesterday. She was buzzing around here like batshit crazy about her taxes and going nuts. And I was the emotional punching bag for it. Like she was driving me crazy because she was going crazy and she was just taking it all out on me. It had nothing to do with me, but she did that because she was stressed out. So it may be kind of a similar thing, either that, or like I said, if he's done something, or maybe he hasn't done something, whatever, if he's upset you, however that may have been, I don't feel like he's doing it on purpose. His motives are pure. His motives are clean, basically. So try to come a little bit of slack. Try to come a little bit of grace if there's been anything like that going on. Let's see what else we have here. We have empathy. I feel your pain more than you know. Empathetic. So I do feel like, he feels what you're going through. So once again, if you guys got into like a little tiff or something recently, if he did upset you or anything, I do feel like he feels that. He feels that, he knows he did something he probably shouldn't have done or said something he shouldn't have done. And he probably feels bad about it because he can feel it. He can feel when you're upset. He can feel when you're happy. He can feel all of that. So, and I feel like it's a two-way thing. It's not just him who can feel things going on with you, but it's like you can feel things going on with him too. So chances are, if he is that stressed out, you can probably feel his stress too. Even if it has nothing to do with you, you can probably feel it. Let's see what else we got. We also have secrets. I hate not knowing what's going on. So it seems like he may even feel a little bit out of the loop when it comes to certain things going on with you. Like maybe he's been so overwhelmed dealing with his own stress and dealing with his own problems. He feels like you're keeping secrets from him, which is also interesting, with the depth card here. He wants to go deeper with you. And one of the reasons he may want to go deeper with you is because um, he may feel like you're not necessarily being completely transparent towards him. He may feel like you're hiding something. Now, you may not be hiding anything at all, and you may be completely honest with him, and he may know everything that he needs to know. This could be just his paranoia coming through, his paranoia, once again, extending out of the stress. But I do feel like, one of the reasons why he wants to go to these deeper places is because he just feels like he doesn't know everything. And it's like he wants to know everything. He has this insatiable thirst for knowledge when it comes to you, which is really funny because at the same time, I feel like he's kind of tripping himself up here because he does really know. He does really know what's going on with you. Otherwise, he wouldn't be empathetic towards you. He wouldn't be able to like see you and feel you and hear you and those kinds of things. So I feel like he really does know, but he's kind of just tripping himself out up here. It's like he's psyching himself out. He's not trusting what he really knows is what it comes down to. And that may be the thing that's causing friction between the two of you guys. If you're having friction, it's the fact that he may not be completely trusting himself. So let's see what else we get. We have working. I'm just really busy working. So I feel like this may be the extension of the stress that's been happening dealing with him lately because, the stress card did come out first. And if he's, working a lot, that may be the extension of the stress. Maybe he hasn't necessarily been able to give very much time and attention to you, which therefore may be where some of his paranoia comes in, feeling like you're keeping things from him, even though you're not. So yeah, let me get one more here for you. And we have confident. Everything will work out for us. I just know it. So even though he's stressed out right now and he may feel a little paranoid and there may be a little bit of just stress between the two of you in a sense, a little bit of tension there. I do feel like, overall there's good vibes, there's a good feeling there. He does feel confident that you guys are going to sort this all out, figure this out, sort it out and everything. And obviously he feels confident about it because, once again, he does want to go to deeper places with you. So I do feel like you guys will sort it out, but he's kind of in this stressful place right now. So just give him some grace. Give him some support and encouragement and understanding. And I think everything's going to be okay. Give him a little bit of time. So hopefully that makes sense. And then all of a sudden my Instagram is going off to all kinds of crazy questions. Okay. I think I was going to go back to PayPal because I know PayPal was going off there. Yes, I would like to log in. Thank you. All right, KB. You're up next, KB. What is your question? Unless you already mentioned it. I don't know if you did. I'm going to scroll up. Nope, you have not mentioned your question yet. So, what's your question, KB? I am ready for you. Ready for you. Ready for you. So, let's see what we got here. And then I think, Elizabeth, you are after KB. Yes. You are after KB. Oh, you started doing your taxes? That's so funny. Yeah, my mom got a new accountant or whatever, so that's why she's been kind of going crazy dealing with taxes. I have to figure out my taxes too, and I'm not even back in LA yet, and my accountant is back in LA, and that's a whole other thing I'm going to have to figure out. So, just a general reading. All right, cool. General reading for KB. Let's see what we need to know. Let's see what we get here. Whatever we need to know, whatever needs to come through. The cards want to go everywhere again. They just want to go crazy. All right, we've got the King of Swords. So it seems like you have a dude in your life who is a little bit of the Ice King. So the King of Swords is somebody who is very logical. They're very pragmatic. They have just a lot of common sense. They definitely speak the truth. But sometimes their truth can be a little biting. It can be a little harsh, a little rough around the edges. And sometimes he's just the friggin' Ice King, and he's just not very approachable or whatever. So it seems like there is a dude in your life who is definitely filled with truth and honesty and integrity, which is great. He's strong in his power, but he may be a little closed off. He may be a little cut off because it's kind of how the King of Swords can be at times. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? We have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is, I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is probably your King of Swords. They're the same person. And I feel like your Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords dude, basically the Knight of Pentacles, he is the best, most reliable knight in the deck because he is the one who crosses the finish line as opposed to some of the others. He always completes the job. He is steady. He's reliable. He's secure. But his drawback is he's slow. He's very, very slow, but slow and steady at the same time wins the race. So I feel like your King of Swords here, he wants to take action. He wants to take action towards you. He probably wants to deliver truth towards you because that's what the King of Swords does. But he's just moving slowly in the direction of doing that. So it may take him a while. But when he gets there, he's there to stay. That's for sure. Slow and steady wins the race. It's like the tortoise and the hare. and he is a little bit more tortoise than he is hare. I feel like the hare would be more like the wand energy, like a little crazy and fiery and kind of a thing. We also have the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like he sees you as his Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles, she is very stable. She's very reliable. She's the mother. She's the lover. She's the wife. She's really good at like being her own businesswoman, running her own business, running her own household. She's just good at handling it all. She balances it all. And, she can do it without breaking a nail, basically. So I feel like he definitely sees you like this. He sees you in a high regard because this is definitely a good position to be in. So he sees you that way. It's kind of like, you guys are like a king and a queen together, but you guys are kind of on two different perspectives in a sense, You're a little bit more stable. He's a little bit more closed off in a sense. But you guys are definitely strong in your own ways, in your own rights, in your own powers. Let's see what else we get. Let's see what else. What else? What else? What else? What else? I had a guy in mind today. I don't know what to think of him. He ghosted me over 3.5 years ago. Oh, wow. Well, maybe this is the guy that's coming through because, if you're saying you had a guy in mind and you were just asking for a general reading, I mean, it could have been anything that came through. It could have been a reading about this is what you're going to have for lunch tomorrow, but that's not what's happening. This is clearly about a dude. So, if that's what you were thinking, kind of going into this reading, this is probably about him. It's probably about that guy from 3.5 years ago. But, if he ghosted you, it seems like he wants to express truth to you. Maybe truth about why he ghosted you, what happened, where he kind of went and everything, how he really feels. It could be stuff about that. But he could, like I said, he could be slow about how he does it and how he approaches because the Knight of Pentacles is slow. And if he ghosted you on top of that, he could be slow simply because he may be kind of testing the waters too, because he may be a little unsure of how you're going to be and how you're going to react. He may be just like, I don't know if I should really share how I feel or what's going on just yet, because I did ghost her. I was kind of a dick. So I don't know if she's going to take this well. So that could be another reason why he's slow. But let's see what else we need to know here. We have the Tower. So I feel like, especially with you just mentioning that right now about, him ghosting on you 3.5 years ago, I feel like this dude probably went through a Tower moment, and that's why he's returning now. That's why he's coming back, because they usually just don't come back for the hell of it for no reason. It's not like, they wake up, they brush their teeth, they go to the gym, they go to work, they do whatever it is. And then they're just like, I wonder how so-and-so is doing. I should really check him in on them. No, it's usually something happens in their lives where they kind of like go through something. And I'm not saying that he went through anything crazy or traumatic. He could have just had a little like epiphany kind of moment. He could have had some realizations in his life. Like the whole world right now is going through a Tower moment since last year with everything going on with COVID. This is like the world for the past year. So I feel like a lot of people collectively have been experiencing Tower moments for the past year. And maybe that's what he's been doing. Maybe he's been experiencing some Tower moments from stuff that went on in the world dealing with COVID. And maybe it's had him be a little bit more introspective about his life and what he wants to do and who he wants to spend his time with and where he wants to go with it. So I feel like it's his Tower moment. It's not yours. So I feel like that's something he's been through recently, which is probably why he's sniffing around. We also have Judgment. So I feel like there's definitely a judgment call that's going to be made here. So I feel like, it's up to you in a sense what you want to decide to do dealing with this guy. You could continue to talk to him, and you could, see where this goes, or you could basically tell him, hey, that was 3.5 years ago, screw off. It's totally up to you. But I feel like, the judgment call is basically in your hands. You can decide what you want to do or not do dealing with the situation with him. It's totally up to you. Totally up to you. Let's see what else we need to know. Got too many cards falling. That was too many. That was like 5. I'm not taking 5 cards all at once, but I do need to go digging for them down here. Okay. All right. I gotcha. Cards. I gotcha. All right. Okay. Let's see. What else do we need to know? We also have the Ace of Wands. So I do feel like he's definitely attracted to you. That's for sure. The Ace of Wands can also be that very phallic symbol, and sometimes it can even signify a one-night stand. So I would say at least proceed with caution. He definitely seems to have a lot of positive feelings for you, but if you do want to pursue things dealing with this guy, take your time to make sure that he's just not in it for the booty, basically, and kind of screen him in a sense. But there is attraction there. There is definitely attraction and desire on his end. That's for sure. So if you were ever worried that he ghosted you because he wasn't attracted to you, that's not the case. He's definitely attracted. No one-night stands here. Okay. Well, good. Then I'm glad you got those boundaries already figured out with him. But that doesn't mean he's not thinking about stuff. That's for sure. Because it seems like he's thinking about stuff. And we have the Devil. I feel like that kind of just emphasizes, in a sense, what I was just saying about one-night stands. Simply because, the Devil is kind of like that karmic-y, kind of toxic, temptation kind of vibe. And I'm not saying like he's a toxic guy or he's here for toxic reasons or anything like that, or he's a karmic or anything. But considering this came out right after this, I think it is highly possible that he may try. He may try to go there. He may try to do that. Obviously, you stand firm. You stand, in your boundaries and establish that and everything. And if he really does see you as someone he wants to pursue something for the long haul with, which I think he knows you're a long haul kind of girl, because you got the Queen of Pentacles here, and the Queen of Pentacles is not a floozy. She is, she's a stable chick. She's solid. I feel like he knows that. So if he's willing to be a little bit more of a gentleman and not just think with his southern hemisphere head and think with the one on top of his shoulders, he'll be okay. So yeah, I do think that temptation for him, at least, is definitely there. And let me get one more from the tarot. We have the Emperor. So I do feel like he has the potential to become the Emperor. I feel like he's kind of in this, Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords kind of energy right now, because he wants to deliver that truth, and he's probably going to take his time doing so. But, if you have patience with him, and if he has patience with his penis, pretty much, he has the opportunity to become the Emperor here, which is the embodiment of all the kings. And then not only would he deliver his truths to you as a King of Swords, but he would bring you the stability of the King of Pentacles, the passion of the King of Wands, the love of the King of Cups, everything that they have to offer. So he does have that potential to rise into that place. And I feel like it's just going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, patience on both of your ends to kind of see where this goes and see how this develops in order for him to get to that point. But I'm going to pull some ocean of emotion for you too, because I'm kind of curious to see like what this dude is feeling, considering that's the direction this reading has clearly gone in, dealing with this guy. Isn't that crazy though? Like it takes him 3.5 years, 3.5 years to come back after ghosting you. They sure can be slow. That's for sure. They sure can be slow. All right, let's see what we got. We've got responsible. I need to start saving myself instead of everyone else. So I feel like his tower moment may be connected to this. Maybe whatever it is that he's gone through has kind of put him in this position where he's just like, I need to be more responsible with my life, with my time, my actions, my behaviors, what it is I'm doing, basically. So, maybe when you guys first connected 3.5 years ago, he really wasn't in like a very, maybe he just wasn't in like a very committed state of mind or anything. And now he's like, I need to make some rights. I need to make some wrongs right. I need to, kind of just like buckle down and be responsible about some things. So I feel like that's kind of connected to his tower moment and maybe some epiphanies and lessons and realizations that he may be learning. Oh, he didn't come back. Something just made me think about him today. Well, maybe he is coming back, which is kind of crazy. He could be. So I would be on the lookout for this. I mean, if he came up on your mind, he could be coming back. So I don't know. I feel like it's definitely possible. Usually those things don't happen out of nowhere. We also have secrets. I hate not knowing what's going on. So, if he does come snooping back around, it could be because he's curious. He wants to know what you've been doing, what you've been up to. So there's definitely some curiosity there. Let's see what else we have. What else is going on with him? We have open. I'm afraid of opening my heart again. So maybe over the past 3.5 years, he's been through hurt and he's been through some pain. And I feel like he would like to open his heart, but I feel like it may be a little bit of a struggle for him with whatever it is that may have transpired for him over the past 3.5 years. Once again, it could be connected to that tower moment that he's been through. But the stuff you're saying is so resonating. He lied to me about being fully divorced. Oh, yeah. Well, maybe that divorce is part of that tower moment. Maybe the divorce finally happened. And now, he's trying to figure out his life in kind of a post-divorce era. That could be another reason why maybe he might return, because he might be like, okay, well, now I'm fully divorced. Now I'm fully ready for this. I wanted to talk about it and understand why he lied, but he ghosted. Well, that's probably why he ghosted. He probably ghosted because he didn't like the fact that he was confronted. He didn't like the fact that you were trying to make him open up. So, yeah, I do feel like that may be a little bit of a challenge for him. But I do feel like that divorce may have happened. I mean, the tower is a straight up example of, crazy life altering kind of things. And a divorce would definitely fall quite literally under the category of a tower moment. So that's probably what it was. That's most likely what happened. He probably actually finished it and went through it. Let's see what else we got. We have passion. You make me feel things I can't even describe. So, just like with that Ace of Wands that came out, he's definitely feeling those vibes. He's definitely feeling the passion. He's feeling the heat. He's feeling the desire. So, he definitely has that going on. Let me get one more here for you. I would say be on standby. I wouldn't be surprised if somehow you do wind up hearing from him at some point. Considering all this that has come out here. That could even be where some of the karma came in with the devil that came out earlier. It could have been connected to that divorce situation too. Because that was obviously a messy part of things that was going on. And we have healthy. I'm becoming my best self. So I feel like maybe for the past 3.5 years, this is what he's been doing. You know, I feel like at some point that divorce must have happened. And since then, he's been just working on improving himself and making himself better. And maybe you calling him out or trying to call him out several years ago, maybe that was kind of a wake-up call for him that he needed to go and get this divorce done and make it final, because it's like it wouldn't matter whether it was you or another girl. He can't really move forward if he's still in a marriage somewhere else. Like, you need to wrap that up. Otherwise, you're just going to repeat the same bullshit over and over and over again. So I do feel like he has been working on becoming his best version of himself, and he has been working on becoming healthier. And that's just really interesting that it was all about him, basically, that pretty much came through. So be on the lookout if you suddenly hear from him out of nowhere. At least if you do, you're better prepared for it. You know, you're a little bit more in the know of what's going on and how to handle it. All right. Let me jump back on here. I think PayPal is good. Yes, yes, yes. PayPal is fab. And Elizabeth, I think you are up next, my friend. Yes, you are. All right, Elizabeth, I got your Grande. What's your question? You're very welcome, KB. Unless you already mentioned it. I'm not 100% sure if you did. You want a love check-in with your dude, Milton. Okay, sounds good. Love check-in for Elizabeth and Milton. Let's see what we got for you two. What is going on with Elizabeth and Milton? Let's see what we got here. Oh, we got one that flipped out and it, of course, wanted to go straight to the floor. Drives me nuts. Let me see. Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. All right. So we have death. So it seems like there's an ending of something here. It could be anything. It doesn't mean it's the ending of you two. So don't freak out. I don't feel like it's the ending of you two. But with death coming out, it could be the ending of a cycle that you guys are in right now. It could be the ending of, you know, maybe the way you guys are thinking about things or the way you're relating to one another. So take it as it resonates, but seems like there's some kind of ending that's going on with something. But considering it's just signifying an ending, that also means that there's a beginning at the same time too. Because every time there is an ending, there's a beginning. So it seems like there's a new beginning on the horizon too, whatever that's going to be. But let me keep pulling some cards here. Maybe we can find out what this ending, beginning, new phase, new cycle, new way of thinking, new way of speaking, new way of communicating, new way of whatever it is that's going to be. We also have the Two of Cups. Well, that's absolutely beautiful. So, the Two of Cups is all about partnership. It's the love between the two of you. So, it seems like the Death card here, it seems like there's an ending and a new beginning dealing with something in within your connection, which I mean, I feel like that's kind of obvious. I mean, like we're talking about him, we know it's about him. It could be just like a new level in a sense of your love, a new discovery of your love, a new realization of your love. I feel like whatever it is, it's not a bad thing. It's definitely something that's healthy. Like I feel like if there's anything that's of old that's passing away, it's probably unhealthy patterns, maybe unhealthy things that you guys have held on to in the past to make room for, my gosh, these cards just want to fall on the floor today like crazy. But I feel like, where did they go? Now I have to go like searching for them. Hold on. They're somewhere down there. Where are they? Oh my gosh, I have to completely move this chair out of the way and everything. Okay. I really had to go searching for this card, but I got it. And you got the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles, let me get back on my chair here. Okay. There. Craziness. My hair gets all staticky whenever I move around like that because it gets crazy here with the winter. Okay. So the Four of Pentacles is about being greedy, guarded, protective, stuff like that. So I'm yawning out of nowhere. Don't know why I'm yawning out of nowhere. Anyways, but yeah, with the Four of Pentacles, basically being greedy, guarded, protective about things. Considering the last card that just came out was the Two of Cups, I feel like that's either you or him. One of you or both of you is feeling protective, basically, of your connection, protective of your relationship, protective of this connection is what it comes down to. And that's okay. Like there's nothing wrong with, feeling like you need to protect it and keep it safe, especially if it's a divinely connected type of thing. There's always going to be people who are going to try and sabotage and that kind of stuff. So it's good to protect yourselves. But there definitely seems to be some of that going on, the need to protect the situation. So I don't know if there's like other people who are trying to like creep in on things and try and sabotage things, but it seems like there's this need to protect the connection. And we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is basically about working really hard. And once again, I feel like this is all kind of going back to the Two of Cups here. I feel like the Eight of Pentacles is pretty much the two of you working hard, in a sense, at your connection, at this partnership here. And part of that is protecting it. And I feel like this hard work and this effort, which is really funny because part of me is like, why didn't you guys get the Three of Pentacles? Because the Three of Pentacles is about working together in a sense. It's like a joint effort. But I mean, you're still getting hard work that's coming through. And oh my God, I'm yawning again. Why am I yawning so much? I'm not even tired. Why? Oh my gosh. But I do feel like hi, it's me, Ariel. You can ask a question. I am only taking and hi, Shay Myers. You guys can get on the list, but just make sure that you read the rules in the description because I am doing only paid readings. I don't have super chats, but you guys can submit a payment through PayPal or Venmo. And your three different options are in the description down below, which is basically a tall, which is oracle cards only, a Grande, which is tarot cards only, or a Venti, which is a combination of both, and they are all $10 or under in terms of what you can order dealing with your question. So you guys are more than welcome to do that if you're interested in it. But anyways, I'm going to jump back into Elizabeth's question because that's where I was answering her question. So yeah, I do feel like you guys are both working hard at wanting to make this connection work. And part of that, like I said, is the two of you being protective of it. And I feel like there's basically a transformation that's happening when it comes to this connection, when it comes to it, because the death card is ultimately about transformation. You know, it's about the death of something old, making room for something new. And like I said, I believe it's something positive. I don't feel like it's anything negative whatsoever. That if anything, the things that are passing away are like, you know, just things that you guys wouldn't need, you know, whatever that is, whatever like mindsets or communication styles or anything like that. Like it's that kind of stuff that you wouldn't necessarily need. But so it can make room for better things, which, like I said, I feel like you guys are working hard at. Let's see what else we get here. We also have, oh, the Tower. So once again, big time change apparently happening for you guys. And I know the Tower can definitely seem scary, especially when you got the Death card kind of mixed up with it too. But, you know, the Tower usually only happens if something has already been built on, you know, unlevel, shaky kind of ground in the first place. So it falls for something new and something better to come. So, like I said, whatever's happening in your connection, whatever's happening in your relationship right now, there's a transformation happening. It's like whatever wasn't working, that's the stuff that's crumbling. That's the stuff that's falling down and no longer happening anymore. It's transforming, it's transmuting itself into something better for your connection. It may mean that you guys need to protect this connection better. You guys are definitely going to be working hard at it, but I do feel like the big main gist here for you guys right now is the fact that it seems to be there's a transformation happening. There's definitely a transformation happening for the two of you. But I feel like it's going to be the better. You know, you got to remember that when those Tower moments happen, it's because something better is happening. And it doesn't have to be huge and terrible and scary either. The Tower moment, it could just be an epiphany, a realization kind of a thing. And we have the Six of Cups. So I do feel like you both feel very nostalgic about each other and maybe times that you guys have had together in the past. You know, the Six of Cups also usually indicates like inner child connections and past life connections. So chances are you guys may have a little bit of stuff that you may need to heal from the past. You know, not just like past in this lifetime, but of course, you know, past in other lifetimes as well. But either way, you guys definitely have a very deep and very rich history between one another, which is probably why there's just more room for more chaos, because that's usually what happens. The more history there is. Let's see what else we have. Almost dropped all the cards there again. Don't want to do that. We have the Five of Swords, which is definitely about some, you know, confrontations, conflicts, that kind of thing that's happening, which once again, I feel like is those Tower moments, those things that are transforming between the two of you right now. And once again, I feel like, you know, these confrontations and conflicts that may be happening, I feel like it's not just about like you two. I feel like there may be other people around you guys right now who may be kind of like trying to horn in on the situation or judge the situation or whatever. Just, put their noses in where they really don't belong. And I feel like that's kind of putting you guys into that more protective kind of mode between one another and in your connection. Let me get one more for you. But definitely seems like you guys are going through some heavy duty changes, which can be difficult and scary. Definitely a challenge without a doubt, but they don't happen for no reason. It's definitely to make things better. Sometimes things have to get worse before they get better. And finally, we have the Nine of Swords, which I feel like maybe kind of like where your energy or even his energy, where either one of you could be at in how you feel handling going through all of this right now. Because the Nine of Swords is about sleepless nights. It's about anxiety. It's about stress, just not handling things the best. So you kind of may be in that place, and he may be kind of be in this place right now in the midst of all this upheaval that's happening. But you got to remember, it's temporary. It is going to shift. It is going to change. You guys are definitely in my prayers, and I think things will get better. And hopefully, next time I do a live, next time you get a question answered, maybe the energy will come through a little bit better, and maybe things will have improved a little bit, because these things can change at any given moment and that kind of thing. So let me double check where we're at with PayPal and Venmo. There's like only 2 people in here right now apparently, which is okay. I may just wrap things up early tonight, which is okay. All right, so I think we're good on Venmo. Yes, Venmo is all good. Let me check PayPal. I don't know if it's me, Ariel, or Shay Myers decided to get a question at all, but you guys can. It's not a big deal. You would just have to submit it through PayPal or Venmo. But I think that's it. Yep, I think that's it. So, with that said, I think before I wrap things up, just because I can, just for whoever is left in here for the moment, and for whoever may watch this on the playback, I'll just pull a couple quick cards from the Sacred Creators Oracle, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a energy check for the coming weekend, just to kind of see what you need to know for this weekend until I am back on Monday night for Monday night's live. And then I'm just going to wrap it up for the time being. So what do we need to know for this weekend? What do we need to know? We have bravely market your magic. So I feel like this weekend is a wonderful weekend to get out there. And, when I think like market your magic, like automatically my brain goes like, like marketing and social media and kind of like building your platform and building your audience. So I feel like that's almost kind of like if you guys have a dream or a passion or a goal or something like that, go ahead and put it out there. Give it a try this weekend. Go ahead and put it out there. Bravely put out your talents is what it comes down to. You never know what may happen. So maybe get a little creative and put it out there this weekend. Whatever that may be. It could be writing something. It could be singing something. Whatever it is. Whatever your talent is. There's so many different things people can be talented at. Make a mission statement for your soul. Ooh, this is a good one. So, businesses all have mission statements. It's kind of like their core belief of why they exist and what it is that they do. So kind of think of that for yourself. Like think about, why are you here on this planet? Why do you believe that you're here? Not like what Joe Schmo says as to why he thinks you're here, not what your mom or dad says, why they think that you're here, but why do you think you're here? What is it that you believe that you are here on this planet to do? Like, what is that purpose? So think of your own mission statement. That is super cool. Let me get another one here. We have fearless expression. And this one's pretty cool because it's even like a little microphone up here, which kind of reminds me of what I was just talking about with talents. And the first thing that came to my mind when I saw the microphone wasn't even just like singing, but like podcasting. That's kind of a talent in itself. Like maybe you're someone who wants to start a podcast about something. But I feel like that kind of piggybacks on the whole market your magic thing. Express yourself through that magic, market it, put it out there. So much of the time people are afraid to truly express themselves and express themselves through their talents, which is most likely what your mission statement would be connected to. But this is definitely the weekend to do it. It's definitely the weekend to just step out and try. And you never know, it may be something that you could actually make a career out of, make a living out of. All it takes is doing it as like a little side hobby and trying it over a weekend every once in a while. We have the sacred flow of yes. So don't be afraid to say yes to new opportunities and new situations that come up. If someone offers you to go somewhere or go do something or whatever it is, and normally you'd be like, no, I don't think so, I'm gonna stay at home in my pajamas. Think again, try again, step out and find out, see how it goes. Say yes to new adventures, say yes to new beginnings and new things. You never know what might happen. And let me get one more, and then I think I'm going to wrap it up here for the night. We have cozy up with risk, which I think once again goes along perfectly with the sacred flow of yes. Because if you are saying yes to new adventures, if you are saying yes to new things to do, that is sometimes taking a risk, especially if it's out of your comfort zone, if it's something you're not familiar with. It can definitely be intimidating, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. So sometimes we need to get uncomfortable doing things that make us uncomfortable. Sometimes we need to just do it afraid is what it comes down to. So definitely some inspiring, uplifting messages there. But hopefully that helps you guys out a little bit for this weekend. Anyways, I'm going to wrap things up here and end things here for the night. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me for a little while. And it's always fun to do these. And so hopefully this weekend, I'm going to have a new pick a card out for you guys for the month of March, like March's monthly upcoming predictions. And I will be back on Monday night for another live as usual, right here. Same channel, same time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be here. But I appreciate you guys for coming on out. And I will see you next time. Keep sparkling, you guys.